Hey guys, this video I'm really excited about, which is giving you tips that I learned from Abby and also Miranda, and pretty much like tips I learned from my dance teachers on how to audition. So this is not like, oh, how can you audition for like the Abby Lee Dance Company? No, but like they did 2 different weeks based around teaching us the audition process of if you were going to an audition as a dancer, what you should be doing, and like different things like that. So yeah, so the first thing that Abby talked to us about, this one makes sense though, which is that this one makes sense, which is that you always want to wear the same thing. Meaning, if you get a call back, you want to come and wear the exact same thing you wore to the audition. Even if it's smelly, if it's gross, but like if it's smelly and gross, just spray some air freshener or perfume and stuff on it. And if it's gross, then then like find like washing machine or just toss it in the tub like when you're like shooting like if it's gross and like you can see that like it's dirty and stuff, just toss it in like the tub or the shower and then put some soap on it and then like wash it. But you can find a washing machine or something that you can use it. She went like, because a part of why you get the part of it is how you come in dressed, how you look and stuff. Then the next thing that she really talked about, and this one makes a lot of sense, which is when you are auditioning, and then you want to pull together and try to look the part when you show up to the audition, because it gives you higher chances, because she said that because when you don't look the part, they have to kind of envision you like how you would look doing the part, versus when you come in dressed as the part, or when you come in dressed as the part, or they don't have to, they can just see it and stuff, and it like is really good for you. She also did talk about when you show up to an audition, you want to be confident, and that's something that I definitely like. It's one of the things that like is personally something that I really love about myself, like not to be super braggy, but I am for a minute, which is that in me, like, there's so many times when I'm like, I'm getting ready for dance or something, like something's gonna happen, and then pretty much like an audition or something, and then I'm like, there's times like that when I feel like I should be nervous, but I'm not. Like, I'm not nervous at all. And like, it's weird. And for me, generally, it's like weird for me because then I just kind of get weirded out sometimes, because I'm like, I should be nervous, but I'm not. So yeah, like that's something big about me, is that I'm like really confident, like all the time. And I have had people will say that, like I have had family members that have said that they could never do what I do. I'm like doing social media because they would be too terrified of people's opinions and stuff. And I'm like, that's the part that always annoys me. I get it in ways that, like, there's a lot of people out there that can't ignore people's opinions. Like, that, like, one person will say something and bad and then, or like mean to them, or comment something mean, and then they freak out and they can't forget. Like, it just kind of like they can't ignore it. But with me, it drives me mad too at the same time, because I don't understand it, because I never been that way. I'm the type where, so what, they said something mean about me. Either jealous. They're jealous because they didn't have the decency to put the work in and be where I am. I put the work in. I don't get things handed to me. And that's something that I want to explain, because I feel like this is going to be like a quick little braggy moment for me. But I'm not trying to be braggy. I'm just talking about like one of my like success things and stuff. Which is that I feel like sometimes some of you guys, I'm not sure, like maybe some of you guys are people that I know and stuff like that, and fans, and often I feel like they might think, and I know for fact, I feel like, well, not for fact, but I feel like some of the kids on Zoom the day that I became an Abby favorite, I think some of the kids kind of got jealous and started thinking this way. And I feel like people sometimes think that me becoming an Abby favorite, it was just handed to me, that I didn't put the work in, I didn't do anything for her, or that she's just like spoiling me, and that I just got it handed to me. And one thing that I'm going to say right now, that is the opposite of true. Abby did not hand it to me. I worked my butt off for it. And that's something that I'm going to straight up say. Because, I worked my butt off, because the first Zoom class that I did with her, she didn't really say anything to me. She didn't really say much of anything to me. She barely even noticed me, like, like that situation. And she just kind of like here, like she maybe said, I don't even think she said one thing to me, to be honest. And stuff. Like that day. And that's kind of like, here's the thing, is that I kind of like, at first told my parents that like, oh, she like said a few things to me because I really enjoyed it and stuff. But like, Abby didn't say anything to me that day. And I did clarify later. But I wanted to do another Zoom class. And the reasoning was because of the fact that that I knew deep down inside that if I put the work in, I was ready to prove to her, you're gonna make me a favorite one day. I put the work in. And I wanted her to scream at me. I wanted her to tell me all my mistakes so I could fix them and become a better dancer. I'm the type of person where I don't like it when you tell me I'm great. Now, if you're like someone out in the professional world, then that's great. Like, I enjoy that. I get excited about that. Like, when Abby says I'm great, like, I get really excited about it. But at the same time, I want you to tell me every mistake I make, because I'm going to grow from that. I'm going to be a better dancer from that. Like, because I'm gonna be a better dancer from that. I'm gonna take that, fix the mistakes, and get to where I know not to make them. I'm gonna become a better dancer from. And then the second master class, Abby couldn't make it because she was in the process of moving, but they did essentially that Friday. But that Friday they gave us a free little class, which was essentially what we were going to be doing on Sunday anyway, to make up for the fact that Abby was moving that day and couldn't come on. So, like, what ended up happening was that then, and I took the class, and then I put my work into it. I, like, in my head was like, I'm gonna work my butt off. And to the point where afterwards I made myself do 60 push-ups because I dropped my leg 6 times, and Gianna Martello said that back when she was a dancer at Abby's studio. You know, if you dropped your leg on something before Abby told you to, or before the teacher told you to, you would get 10 push-ups. And she said that there was one girl in her class that dropped their leg like 8 times. And she started thinking, and are you asking for push-ups? And then what ended up happening? But that day, Abby made me a favorite. But throughout that day, what happened was that, like, before that, we were doing, like, these leg kick things, and then Abby pointed out, we were doing our right side, I think it was, or something, or one side, I forget which side it was, and Abby said a good job. She said my dad's name because at the time my Zoom name was my dad's name because our Zoom account was under his name, but now we have separate Zoom accounts because of dance, so he changed one. But hopefully these tips help you.